Cool. Hello. Hi, everyone. Hi, it's Rita from Miss Rita to the Rescue here for today's Cricut Chat. How are you all? Um, this is Friday. It's Friday. Oh my gosh, it's Friday. Sorry, my brain is a little bit slow this morning. I think it's like already kicking into weekend gear. Are you already crafting? It is Friday and the holiday weekend for most of us, and so not sure. You guys already start your crafting. Hi, good morning, Shirley. Hi, Leslie. Hey, Susan and Eileen. How are you? Is Loretta on today? And I'm going to say hi to my friend Kirsten, who is listening but can't comment. Hi, Babs. How are you? So, good morning to everyone. Connie, Leslie, Susan. Okay, I said hi to those folks. um, good morning, Donna and Gail. So, you know, I want us to take a little step back. I was sick this week, and then I had an appointment for my mom. So my schedule got kind of mixed up, and it didn't go as planned. So I wanted to do this project on Monday. So if you saw it on the schedule and think you missed it, you didn't. I'm going to do it right now. And we will not have our Pinterest inspired project today. We'll do that next Friday. I have a doozy for you, I think. I'm going to work on it all weekend. And then also remember that even though it is a weekend, a long weekend, I will be back on Monday, which is a holiday for most of us. Memorial Day. I will be back to hopefully I can squeeze in my class and then go to the parade. But it's Memorial Day, and I am going to be announcing the winners of my monthly giveaway. And while I was thinking about that this morning and trying to uh, come up with ideas for other giveaways, I did have a really good idea for next month for June. So I can't wait to tell you all about it. Um, and let's see. So today is the one of the last days to get your name in for the giveaway. So do make sure you do that. Okay. And then I will be picking. I will come on Monday, and I will be announcing the people that I picked. I think it ends on Sunday, so you have a couple more days to get your name in. Remember, you can do that every single day, and this is something that Cricut helps me with, and it allows me to increase my sponsorships or my subscriptions. Subscriptions, really. Subscriptions, subscribers, yeah, on YouTube, and we are like this close to hitting the 21,000 mark. Let's do that this weekend. Could you please subscribe, like, and share? And while you're at it, go and click the link that's going to be in the description and get your name in for a prize. Possibility of a prize. I'm giving away 6 prizes. One of them is the Mug Press Bundle. The other one is the Cricut Bright Pad Go, and then I have I think 4 more prizes of material. So you guys, there's a good chance for you to win. So do get your name in, okay? So today we're going to be doing this thank you card. And for people who have been around Cricut for a while, might recognize this card because it used to be the first project that you would do, sort of the welcome project you would do when you bought the Explorer. So this was going back to 2014. So in 2014, this was like the first opportunity we got to use Cricut Access. We didn't have any tools, including the scoring stylus. We did not have. And we did have pens, and that was kind of it. So I wanted to show you how this project appears in Design Space. And when I saw it, I thought, that makes sense that they did it this way. But now that we have these tools, let's update it and use it. This is a fabulous thank you card to have in your box, in your card box. It's so generic. It looks really classy. It's very slick, and you only need 3 pieces of paper, 3 colors. You need white, black and some sort of offset color, which I chose this. This is one of my favorite color, green. It's like a jade green. I am going to show you a little trick with the card base. So if you don't want to cut out the card base, or you have a joy and you can't cut out the card base, then you can use that trick, or you can use your insert card bases. This is set up as a A2 card, which we now call an R20, which is 4¼ by 5½. So this is the standard size card, and envelopes are easily available for that. And I just kind of wanted to show you. I did also make this project available in my profile. So here's my profile. Miss Rita to the rescue. Some of you might have seen me struggling to find this, but I did make it public, and you can do that too with any of your cards. So if you've updated something, even if it started off or inspired by another project, you can publish it as inspired by this project, and see how it says thank you card was inspired by this, and that way it gives me credit for it, and also it gives you credit for making the changes. Okay, so let's start off with a brand new slate, and I am going to go over to the left hand side here, and I'm going to choose projects. Okay, Kathy, the link will be in the description of the video when it's over. Okay, I didn't have time to throw it in there this morning. It's a Rafflecopter link. Okay, so we're going to go to projects here. And look, I mean, we've got, I'm not trying to diss the 2x2 mat because it's pretty amazing. But, and there are so many of these insert cards here, but I'm old school. So I want to do something unique and different and sort of bring it up to update. So I'm going to actually go to my categories, and I'm going to choose cards. And under there, I see a lot more of these cards, and maybe I don't want an insert card or whatever. So I'm going to type in thank you and see what I get for thank you cards. So clearly there's a lot of thank you cards. Some of them are insert cards, some of them are not. You can tell the insert cards because they have those 4 little dashes here that allow you to put the insert in the back. So that's the same for this card, which is the one we're doing today. But this was created well before insert cards were created. So I want to show you how they did it. And maybe it was, I don't know, maybe it was the inspiration of insert cards, who knows, but it's really kind of cute. And I'll show you how it's done. So when I click on it, I'm just going to go down here to the bottom where it says customize, and that will bring it to my canvas. Okay, now here it is in my canvas, which is kind of weird because it doesn't show the color. It's weird. So I'm going to actually go back to projects, and maybe I picked the wrong one. I'm going to go again to cards and thank you. And I don't know, let's choose this one. See if this one is different. Customize, replace. Yeah, there it is. Okay, so when you ungroup this, you'll see this consists of 2 pieces. You've got the insert and you've got the card. Now I'm going to turn the card to a lighter color so you can see what I'm talking about here. So I'm going to change it to, I'm going to cut it in black, but I changed it to gray so you can see. 2 things to notice. First, these little slits, which makes an insert card. And then these notches right here in the middle. Those notches were put there to indicate a score. This was, as I mentioned, before scoring was available for any of the machines, and that's how they indicated score lines then. But we've since got score lines, and also we can do a few things here too that we can change this out. So here's what I was thinking. This is makes a black card, which I will tell you is stunning. It's stunning. However, on the inside of the card, because it's a black card, you have to only use like a metallic color, like on the front. And the only metallic that I have in silver is this 1.0 tip. Okay. And so what I decided to do was create a blank inside card and then turn this into basically a layered card where I would layer the green and then the black over it. Okay. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to create a card base. There are alternatives to this card base. So if you think that's a lot of work, you don't have to worry about it, because I'll show you the alternatives when we come to put it together. Okay. But just so you know, if you want to just make a simple card with a card base, hello, can we not bark? We would go into shapes. Hello. All right. Enough already. And we would choose a square. Not sure why she's barking. Okay. Oh, are you guys here? I hope that you can hear me. Okay, so here's my square that's going to become the base of my card. Let's move these two over here. I'm going to unlock it. I'll turn it white just because that's what my base is going to be. So I'll unlock it, and up here where it's size and height, I'm going to change the size, the width size to 5.5. And then I will change the height to, wait, did I do that right? I'm doing it backwards. 10 by 4.25, 4.25, 5, wait. Hello, Rita. I'm sorry. I messed it up. My brain just did a blip. The height's going to be 8.5, and the width is going to be 5.5. Now that's because folded, it creates that A2 or R20 size card, which is a 4.5 by 5.5. And this is in landscape rather than portrait. And that's why I messed up. Now we're going to go over to shapes and pull the top image, which is a score line. And it will show up on our screen. Here it is. And I just need to rotate it this way, and I will make it, sometimes you have to kind of play with the rotation a little bit, but I'm going to make it 5.5 inches. There we go. It's a little crooked, and so you can just kind of do this if you want. Okay. Then once you have that in there, don't worry about where that score line is. You're going to grab these both. You're going to hit a line, and you're going to do center. That will center your score line right in the middle. Okay. Then you grab both of them again, and you come down here to attach. Now I have my basic card. And again, you don't have to make this, but it's worth it if you have like a lot of paper that you want to, and you don't have insert cards. Or I can show you another alternative of turning 8.5 by 11-inch paper into insert cards. So easy. So now we're stuck with these two things. But the first thing that I want to do is I got to detach my image. So right here it says detach. I'm going to detach. And what that detach does is actually takes the lettering out. So just put it aside. Okay. And so you'll see that this is a combination of, there's some cuts and there's some writing, which is cool. But at this point, I want to get rid of these little contour lines. And then I'm going to go ahead and lop off that top part. I'm going to give it a haircut. So I'm going to select this, and I'm going down to contour. And I'm going to find and click on these 4 different um, tabs or whatever, slits, whatever they're called. You can also do this over here on the right hand nav, but you do not want to do anything over here, okay? And now you can see that my tabs are gone. And then here is, don't worry about this. And now we're going to lop off this top. Now, the reason why we detach is that when you're doing these things like contour and slice, um, the the image that you're working with has to be only one layer. Okay, only one layer, or else it will not perform that action. Okay, so that's why we detach. So and we just keep it aside, no biggie. So let's go back to shapes and we will choose that square again. And I am going to unlock that square and I'm going to make it so that it goes right to where that's cut off, and maybe just a tiny bit longer, because I don't want those little notches there. I want it to look pretty seamless. So here I am doing this, and then I'm going to select these 2, and then instead of like contour, we're going to do slice. So slice basically is like cutting with a cookie cutter. So visualize your piece as there's the dough that you lay out, and then there's the cookie cutter that you're putting in there. And then once you slice, which we'll do right now, you end up with your cookie cutout and then a bunch of other pieces. You don't need these pieces, you can get rid of them. Okay, so now you have this. Thank you. And you want to attach the writing. Okay. So right now, because we just worked on this, this image is in the front. So we need to send it back by going to arrange and send to back. This allows us to see the writing or anything else that might have been behind. Now we're going to place this in place. Be careful with your placement here, because you don't want the writing to end up on this cut mark, you see? So you're going to place it, just slightly to the right of those cut marks. And if you have to go a little bit over, probably not the worst thing in the world. So this is what I would do. And then I select these both again, and I'm going to attach this time. Attach. So attach is used to put score lines in. Attach is used to put writing or even foiling on. So anytime you want to attach and keep the integrity of the 2 layers, that's what you're going to do. It's different than weld. Weld actually turns 2 layers into one, like 2 different layers into one. Okay. That's how I remember it. All right. And then we have this piece back here that is going to be for our card. Now, let's talk about size. So we have this card, and originally it was like, okay, 5.5 by 4.25 is great, but putting it on this card base, maybe not so great, because you might have some overlap. So I think what we'll do is we will change this to 1/4 of an inch all around. So that it's smaller. So let's change this to 5.25 by 4. Let's see how that works. Might have to unlock it. So by 4. Okay. And this will allow, nope, it's not. Well, yeah, this is good. All right. So we've got it. It's actually resized to 5.187. Let's change it to 5.25. And by doing it that way, we're going to have a little mat from our card all around, which is going to look really nice. Now let's do the insert. The insert can be the same size if you want, or it can be ever so slightly less. That's up to you. So I'll make it 5.25. And maybe I'll just I'm going to unlock it and make it just slightly less, because because I want for it to be hidden by this. And indeed this is. When we put it together, you'll just need to notate that, okay? And believe it or not, you're done. The cool thing about doing the project this way is you're going to get 4 cards. I'm going to show you how to do this for 4 cards, and you're going to get 4 cards at the end. So this is a quick way to get your box filled. You could, if you needed a lot of thank you cards, like for all those brides and graduates that need to send thank yous, maybe you're the mother of one. I know I went to a wedding last year. I still haven't got a thank you note. She has like 1 more month. I think it's like 12 months, a year, to send a thank you, but I just don't think I'm going to get one. But anyway, it's still nice to send thank you cards, and it's always nice to have them in your box. So at this point, you can go ahead and get these ready to cut. So again, I mentioned that you do not need to cut out this base card, but I created it for you in case you wanted to. I'm going to actually hide this, and then I'm going to hit make it. I am cutting this out on mat using a 12 by 12 mat and a 12 by 12 sheet of paper. So to get 4 cards, I can use 2 sheets of paper and get 4 cards by just multiplying the projects to 4. And you see, I'm going to actually even have a little slice at the bottom that I can use as scrap. I don't think 6 would fit. I don't think it's going to fit. No. So 4 is a good use of your paper, and you won't be using your 12 by 12, you know? And the other thing too is if you wanted to use 8.5 by 11 inch paper, you could do that, change your project size to 2. And rather than having them side by side, I would suggest you put them this way and put your paper this way. Okay. And that way you are not worrying about, did I get the paper on the mat? Because you see, even though both of these they don't exceed 11 inches, they're right up against that 11-inch mark, and you just kind of don't want that. So let's go back to the 4x4, and we're going to hit continue. This is a super easy. So if you are intimidated, if you have a machine that's still in the box, get that baby out of the box, okay? And plug it in and do this project. It's so easy. All you have to do is pick it up from my profile, and I'll give it to you as well. And make this card. Make these cards, I should say. And it's so easy. You will feel 100% accomplished. So I am going to choose my material. This is cardstock I'm using. I am using Cricut cardstock, which is a medium weight cardstock. You will find medium cardstock under cardstock right here. There's light, medium, and there's also heavy, which is up here. Cricut cardstock is made to be used on a Cricut, and I love it, and it slices like a dream. So I always try to use that first before anything else. So there's my medium cardstock. I'm going to remember this setting. And do I need to put more? I don't need to put more. That's just me being weird. Okay. So let's go ahead and get this going. I'm going to actually do the green part first. And these, while we're waiting for these to cut out, I will show you how to do the bases. If you don't want to cut the bases out, let me just unplug this, get this out of the way. Okay. Brand new mat. And this is Cricut cardstock, I believe. It doesn't feel like Cricut cardstock. I'm not sure why. It's usually Cricut's cardstock has a beautiful texture on one side and then is smooth on the other. But we'll just pretend that is Cricut cardstock, even if it's not, because oh well, we're doing this live. Now we're going to I'm going to cut the middle piece, like the sandwich piece first, because that'll be quicker. And while I'm waiting for that to happen, I'm going to remove the top of the mat of the next sheet, and I am going to put my cardstock for black on there. All right, I'm going to hit go. There's a brand new mat, and I will tell you that I have had a love-hate relationship with Cricut mats for a very, very long time, ever since I started working with them back in 2012. I always felt like it was wasteful to throw them away. And this was back when the mats were like a light green and they only had one kind. And so I developed a way to re-stick them. But to be honest, the re-sticking causes gunking of your machine, and it's just really not a great idea to do the re-sticking. However, you can clean them, but there is nothing like a brand new mat. So there's our green piece is done. Let's go ahead and we're going to put in the black piece. But before we hit go, we need to enter this medium tip silver pen into clamp A. Remember, we've got 2 clamps, and that's for all the machines except for Joy and Explore 1. Clamp A is mainly used for pens, but also can be used for the scoring stylus. All right. And clamp B is used for any tools. That includes the regular cut blade, which is right here, includes the deep cut blade, the foil blade, and if you have a maker, it will include the rotary, the wavy, the perforated, all of the special blades, including the scoring wheel. Okay, so now we're set to go. I'm going to hit go, and writing always occurs first. Okay, writing always occurs first when you are working with a Cricut. So if you are, if you forget, which I have been known to do, I've actually let the machine go and haven't put it in. And then I'm like, wait, what is that? What did I just do? You can actually reload the mat and just have it do the writing first and then pause it and take it out after that. So if you ever accidentally not put the writing, the marker in there, there you go. There's a way to get around it. Okay, let me bring you down here because I want to show you a little trick. Okay, so let me grab these. So these are insert cards, you guys know, and you will see here, this one's a cutaway card, sorry, but these are R20. It doesn't say on this box, and that's going to cause a little bit of confusion until they get all the boxes that have all the names on them. But the R20, just remember the 2 and R means rectangle. So R20, 2, it makes it A2, which is 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. So you could certainly use the index cards or the insert cards. I wouldn't probably use the cutaway cards because they are a little special, but you could use them. Or if you've gone ahead and gotten yourself some 8 1/2 by 11-inch cardstock, and this stuff is from Michael's, but Joann's has cardstock like this. It's often on sale. I have noticed that Michael's has stopped putting it on sale as much as they used to. You used to be able to buy a 50 sheet pack for about $2. Now it's like $7, and when they go on sale, it's like buy one get one for 50% off. Who goes in for that? Buy one get one 50% off. So stupid. It really means you're getting 25% off. But anyway, I digress. So if you happen to buy this 8 1/2 by 11-inch paper, whether you buy it at Hobby Lobby, Joann's, or Michael's, what you can do is you certainly can cut using this, but I like to use this for card bases. So I'm going to put it in my trimmer. This is a trimmer, and I'm going to cut it exactly at 5 1/2. You see this? 5 1/2. Why exactly 5 1/2? Well, And why the long way? Well, 5.5 is half of the long way. So we're cutting it into, see that? They should be the same. This one is not. If I did it wrong, you can go back and do this. But this one is going to be still, I don't know if it's going to be, this one is the correct one. Let's do that again. What am I doing, Rita? Okay, so we're going to in half exactly at the 5.5, because half of 11 is 5.5. So here's our trimmer, and do it slow. Don't get all like into yourself. Okay, so then there is 1/2. And now all you need to do, now you have 2 cards, 2 card bases. Isn't that great? So even if you have a Joy, or now if you have the Explore Maker or whatever, and you want to use the 2x2 card mat, you can make your own card bases. And this is one of the bases that you can make. So there you go. I've got 2 bases already. Now I need another sheet, but that's okay. We won't finish all 4 of them today. So this is just about done. So I'm going to get my supplies. I need some double stick tape and a little bit of glue. I am going to need some envelopes, because I like to store my cards with the envelopes, making it very easy. And here are my bases, and I might as well grab the envelopes. These are envelopes. Now, if you run out of envelopes, they sell them. And when you're looking for the proper envelope, look for, like in Michael's, it will say A2 size, or it will say the dimensions fits a card that's 4.25 by 5.5. I know these numbers, I'm just kind of throwing them out there, but once they sort of stick in your head, they're just like tattooed on your brain, and you don't forget it. So there you go. And it wouldn't fit into your printer, Annette, huh? It was not 8.5 by 11. Wow, that's interesting. Maybe it was that way. I don't know. Maybe I should have measured it. Okay, so we're just waiting for this to finish up. Here's my example card. So you can see this is what we're going to end up with. Isn't it pretty? And then we have a nice blank card. We're going to put it together, and it is framed by 1/4 inch. And there is my envelope. And I'm going to get, and when we talk about a card box, it's simply one of those photo boxes, fits our cards, whether they're 5 by 7 or 4.25 by 5.5, which is A2, R20. Right? I'm going to keep saying it to you guys. Remember, they fit our cards perfectly, and you can create your own little box. So when you're making cards with me, maybe you don't have somebody to give it away to yet. You can just put it in your box, and when it's time, you'll feel like you went to the card store. Now, don't forget to take out your pen and recap that, because you're going to want it to need it for some other thing. And that's one of my favorite pens. Okay, so this is a brand new mat. I'm going to go up a little higher. Okay, so this is a brand new mat. So that means it's super sticky, you see. So what I'm going to do is turn the mat upside down, and I'm going to roll off the card. You see how this card is nice and straight? Show you again. Roll it off. If you take it off like this, it ends up being rounded. You don't want that, okay? So just go ahead in the back and roll it off like this. Well, this one I kind of messed up a little bit. And then make sure you clean your mats. And if you were able to get the mystery box, which was yesterday, it did have a brand new extra large scraper in there. You know what I noticed? Because I put it in with my pile. Either they went lighter on the color, or my hand darkened this color. I don't know. But there's my brand new extra large scraper. This one I've had for, I don't know, forever. And there we go, like new. a like new mat that I can use to my heart's content. All right, let's put these together. So here's what you end up with. Look at, isn't that beautiful? It's just really very elegant. And so you got a job interview and you want to send a thank you. You should send a thank you. This is how you do it. Listen, for the younger people that aren't used to making thank you cards, it is one of the classiest moves that you can make. One of the classiest moves. So if you're applying for a job and you just want to thank the people that helped you, interviewed you, then all you need to do is, just send out a quick thank you. It can have only 2 sentences in it. Dear Beth, thank you for the time that you gave me in my interview. I really enjoyed learning about this brand new job opening, and blah blah blah. Beth, whoever that is, will be happy and will say, wow, that's one class act, and will also, when you get hired, put that little thank you card in your employee file. That's what I found out. And so when you're up for another job in the company, they'll find it in your employee file. Isn't that great? Even if Beth has gone to greener pastures. So that's usually what happens. I don't know if it's legal, but that's what I've noticed happens. So you see, I'm using this double stick tape. This double stick tape comes from China. I buy it in large quantity by Amazon. I will post a link. I am an Amazon affiliate. So if you use Amazon, please try to use my link, because I get a very, very small, but it adds up, commission from the folks over at Amazon. Everybody's using Amazon. And so I get these usually like a dozen of rolls for like less than $10. It's so cheap. Or you can buy it at the Dollar Tree store. Now, when I'm putting together cards, I always do this. Don't ask me why, but I put it around the edges and then one across just to kind of hold it in place. One of the things people complain about with insert cards is that they kind of lift a little bit. So if you have something that is very intricate, and there are some pretty intricate insert cards there, it feels like it's lifting from the back. Now you can resolve that by just taking your precision glue and sort of dotting it. If you want, you can certainly do that, or just kind of take it for what it is, and that is, it's an insert card. So an insert card shows on the inside cover, right? This isn't going to show on the inside cover. This is our base that we just created, and I peeled off the other edge of the double stick tape, and now I am going to, with just a steady hand and a quick eye, place my card over this, and then do the same. You can, if you wanted to, I'll do the next one this way, but you can also place these two together first and then put it on your base. But I'll show you both ways, okay? Now, if you wanted to, I don't think it's necessary, but if you wanted to, you could put a little tiny bit of glue. I don't think it's necessary, but if you were doing something a little more intricate, then maybe. But this ends up being a no glue project. You still use you'll still use the double stick tape, but for some people, they just don't like glue. And I'm just going to make sure that I center it over so I don't see any of the green sticking out. And in like less than 20 minutes, I have 4 cards. Isn't that amazing? So let me do that again. So here's my thank you. I'm going to do the layer first. Thank you cards are just so classy. I mean, when I was younger, and I know I'm getting old, but I mean, that was like de rigueur. you just sent a thank you card for everything. Even if it was like a $5 thing from your grandma, you send a thank you card. Now trying to get kids to send it thank you cards, like pulling teeth, man. um, I'm lucky if he sends a thank you text, and she's happy with that. But she's a grandma. I'm not happy with that. So um, it's just super classy, and there's nothing wrong with being classy. In fact, it's very much preferred. And maybe it's old school, but sometimes old school is better than the new way to do things, right? So this is for all you people that are like, what are they, millennials or something? Those millennials that might be thinking, I don't have a need for invites or thank yous or anything like that. You really do. Invitations and thank yous, I never throw them away. I don't know if you guys do, but when I get them, it's a special event, and it really makes me feel like I was valued. And that's a really important thing. If somebody took the time to write you a card and give you, whatever, a gift card or whatever, and you don't acknowledge it, it's like, I don't really value your gift. And I just, that's so hard to be a gift giver and never get any kind of thank you verbally, or otherwise. But I just really think it's time. So here I am putting the black on top of the green first. And now here's my base. And I am going to turn it over like this. Okay, so it's Friday, yay, Friday. And I wanted to tell you that, let's see. What do I want to tell you about Friday? Well, it's the end of the week and it's Memorial Day weekend, but I am going to be back on Monday. I'll have a little project that I'm going to do for you. It's just kind of a cutesy project, but you might like it. And so I will have that for you. But the big news is I will come on and give you the winners and of who won the May giveaways. And then they'll email me. So if you're one of those lucky winners, email me at Miss Rita to the rescue and at gmail.com. And then I will get your prize out. Toot sweet. So here you go. There's my thank you cards. I still have a few that I could be making, which I will do as I'm sitting here talking to you. I know I wish everybody could win, and we do try to have as many winners as possible. I've been doing this for several years now, thanks to our friends at Cricut. If you haven't won and you've been trying, I understand, but stick with it. It really is random. I don't make the decisions on who gets picked. And so it is sort of random, and it changes each time depending on how many people put their name in. And again, that link, which is a rafflecopter link, it will be in the description of the video at the end, okay? And you have until, I'm going to say Saturday at midnight Eastern time, because it may close off on Sunday at 12:01 a.m. It may or may not. So I'm going to say you have until Saturday night, midnight at Eastern time, okay, to get your name in for the contest. Remember, you can enter every day, and some people do, and that usually is how people win. And because they do it like religiously every single day, even if they didn't get to watch the show or they're watching the replay, they enter after the fact. And thank you to those people who are very diligent about winning. Maybe you just heard about it, and so you're only going to get your name in once, but next month you can get your name in all all the days of the month, right? It's a shorter month though next month. All right. So that's gonna do it. Do you have to do the subscribe every time? No. You can actually only subscribe once. So go ahead and subscribe to my channel. It's just one little button on YouTube and it says subscribe. So then after you've subscribed, it will say subscribed. DED, past tense. So you don't have to and resubscribe. No, you don't have to do that. All you need to do is to comment, like, and share any of my videos from YouTube. There are over 900 of them. So take your pick. And maybe you want to learn something new today. So you want to learn how to do knit a chunky blanket for your grandma for Christmas. I have a video about that. I have videos about what else? We did rhinestones. That's popular. You want to learn how to use your auto press. You want to learn how to use your easy press, your maker tools, your scoring wheel. I cover it all, folks. I've been doing it for several years, and that's what I do, and I'm here for you. So definitely take me up on the offer of being a subscriber. Okay, so there's my thank you. I'm going to put this together. All right. I saw the tooth fairy. I'm like, I need a tooth fairy one. I had a molar pulled earlier this month. How come they don't give you, like, the tooth fairy doesn't give you money for having a rotten tooth come out? I don't know. Anyway, that's going to do it for me for today. I am going to be around. I'll be back on Monday. I'm going to be around, but I am in full-on organizational and cleaning mode at my house. It's sort of, you can call it a late spring cleanup, spring cleaning, but my house is a mess, and it's just burgeoning with so many supplies that I need to get organized so that I can, when we go to do those projects again, I don't have to go and buy them again. But plus I haven't been cleaning the way I have because of my cancer. So, I didn't clean all too well last year or this year or 2 years ago. So I need to do a deep clean. So I hope that, anyway, so have a wonderful weekend. I will be around if you need me. And I'll see you again on Monday. Okay. Take care, everybody. Enjoy. Bye.